You know the kind of sign I'm talking about? The kind you barely notice at first. White laminated paper, black text, the fast food chain's logo tucked into the bottom corner. The children's play area is closed. That's all it said. But that little notice, it became the start of everything. The place is shut down now, completely dark except for the silvery moonlight filtering through the restaurant's massive glass walls. It spills in from all sides, casting long, overlapping shadows over cracked floor tiles, weather-worn trash bins, and those peeling promo posters you usually see with smiling families and burgers too big to be real. It wasn't even hard to get inside. Doors? Not locked. Would you believe that? We didn't have to force a thing. The place practically welcomed us in. It stands alone, literally alone, on this desolate stretch of American highway, a stretch you could drive for hours without seeing another living soul. There's an unmanned gas station just across the road. It has one flickering neon bar, barely enough light to make out the pumps beneath it. Everything else, just forest. Deep, endless pine forest, silver-tinted under the moonlight, stretching as far as your eye can see. Above the tree line, skeletal transmission towers loom like bones in a giant spine, marching on in both directions. No other buildings, no street lamps, just wilderness and one abandoned restaurant full of secrets. I glance away from the eerie beauty outside and turn back to the inside of the building. My friend Eliza is kneeling in front of the door, the one with the sign. She's been working it with her little toolkit for a few minutes now. Her tongue sticks out slightly from her mouth, and she's frowning in full concentration. "Any luck?" I ask. "Oh, I'll get it," she says, a little frustrated. "Just thought it'd be open by now." "No rush," I tell her. But honestly, I'm itching to see what's behind that door. This is our fourth time stopping here. Eliza and I have a habit of chasing mysteries, and this one caught us good. First time was maybe 6 months ago, just a pit stop for burgers. Nothing weird. Second time was right before Christmas. That sign was still there. Weird, right? Just still taped up like it never moved. We joked about it. Third time, last week, I convinced her to come back inside after gassing up. And of course, there it was again. Same sign, same door, still closed. Then Eliza, being her obsessive internet sleuth she is, found something on a forum. A post from years ago about a kid who supposedly died here. No name, no confirmation, just one of those late-night posts that vanish into digital dust. But it was enough to keep us curious. So here we are again, middle of the night, breaking into a defunct fast food joint just to see what's behind one locked door. I lean against a nearby counter while Eliza works and scan the walls. Most of them are glass, showing off the pines and darkness beyond. But the few solid walls left standing are, well, they're strange. They've got these faded, off-brand cartoon characters painted across them. Looney Tunes knockoffs, probably. Meant to be fun and colorful. Now they just look wrong. The eyes, the expressions, they seem off. Like they were meant to be cheerful but ended up somewhere in nervous breakdown territory. One looks like a twisted version of Mario. I look away. Click. "Gotcha," she mutters, glancing up at me with a grin. She stands, grabs the handle, and gently pulls. The door creaks open. Dust spills out. Behind it, yep, it's the play area. Standard stuff at first glance. Foam-padded poles, netting, a plexiglass dome sticking out from the upper structure, a couple of tube slides. But that's not what catches our attention. No, it's the floor. In the middle of the soft matting, there's a panel pulled open. Beneath it, stairs. Real stairs leading down, way, way down, into darkness. "What the hell?" Eliza breathes, stepping closer. I join her, peering into the void. "We're going down there, right?" She rolls her eyes. Yeah, we're going down." So we do. Single file. I go first, flashlight leading the way. The air changes instantly, tighter, still. The stairs wind sharply, sometimes doubling back, but always descending. It gets colder, too.
Our breathing becomes louder in the tight space. It's just the sound of our feet and the quiet hum of tension building in our chests. "This is starting to freak me out a little," I mutter, half joking. "Baby," she replies, but her voice is tight. She's spooked too, I can tell. Eventually, the stairs spill out into something massive. A hall, if you can even call it that. Black pillars rise around us, black walls, black concrete floors. My flashlight barely scratches the darkness. There's no ceiling that we can see, no edges, just vast emptiness. "This can't be real," I whisper. Eliza presses in closer. "Is this storage? Why would a fast food joint have a sub-basement the size of a parking garage?" We wander deeper. Then I spot it, a paper taped to a nearby wall, faded, damp. I brush off some dust and hold it up to the light. It's a drawing, a child's drawing, black crayon, a family, 2 parents and a little girl between them holding their hands. She's wearing a blue skirt and has a smile drawn across her face. There's a blob to the right of the dad, brown with ears, a dog maybe. "This is the creepiest thing I've ever seen," Eliza says quietly. I shrug, trying to lighten the mood. "It's sweet, kind of, in the right context." She doesn't laugh. There's a breeze suddenly, cold and low. Eliza grabs my arm, her grip's tighter now. "Maybe this was a bad idea," she says. "Now who's the baby?" I try to chuckle, but it dies in my throat. We keep walking. The deeper we go, the more drawings we find. Some pinned up, some scrolled right onto the walls in chalk. They're more detailed now, still childlike, but better. They all show the same thing, a little girl, always alone. Sometimes she's playing, sometimes crying. Sometimes she's just standing there. "You know," I say after a while, squinting at one of the drawings, "she kind of looks like you." "What?" Eliza snaps. She stops walking. "Why would you say that?" "I was joking," I say quickly, but she doesn't respond. "Eliza, you okay?" I go to her, concern growing in my chest. "We can turn back. Seriously, let's just go back." And then I see another drawing behind her, bigger this time. The same girl, long brown hair, folded hands, sad expression. Her eyes stare down toward the ground. I follow their gaze, and that's when I see it. A doll, torn, moldy, a catalog from Claire's, some kids' books, a pile like a memorial or a forgotten corner of some child's room. And that's when it hits me. What the hell are we doing down here? I grab Eliza's hand. "Let's go, right now." She doesn't argue, not this time. Whatever curiosity we had, it's gone, replaced by something cold and ancient, settling in our bones. We turn, retracing our steps, heading back toward the stairs. But before we can get far, a gust of air sweeps through the space. It isn't natural. It's icy, heavy, and wrong. "Eliza," I say, but she's already gripping my hand tighter than ever. We both freeze. From the shadows beyond the pillars, a silver-white mist begins to flow. Thick, cold, alive. And within it, shapes. Figures. At first, I can't quite make them out, but then the mist parts slightly, and I see them. Girls. Dozens of them. Just standing there, drifting forward slowly through the fog. They're not normal. They're ghost-like, their forms shimmering in the low light, but they all look eerily similar. Different heights, slightly different clothes, but same long brown hair, same sad expressions, same angry eyes. Their faces twist with something between sorrow and rage. The first one opens her mouth and screams. It's not a human scream. It's a sound you feel before you hear it, a sound that vibrates your bones and drains the blood from your face. Eliza and I both turn and run without a second thought. We run into the dark, dodging between the black pillars, our footsteps echoing like gunshots in the stillness. I slam into a wall with my shoulder hard, but Eliza yanks me forward and I keep going. But no matter where we run, the mist follows. It pours in from different directions, flowing around corners, seeping from cracks in the ceiling. It's alive, hunting, surrounding. "Eliza!" I shout. "What do we do?" she cries. And I don't have an answer. I just yell blindly, desperately, "Stop!" And that's when he appears. A dark figure bursts out from the mist, and for a second, I'm sure this is it, that it's something worse than the girls, something final. But then the figure shouts, "Leave them alone!" It's a man, pale, ragged, dressed in clothes that look decades old and soaked in dust. He places himself between us in the mist. "They're not yours! Leave them!" He turns, locking eyes with Eliza. "Come with me, now!" We don't argue. We follow him because at that moment, he's the only solid thing in a world made of shadows and screams. He leads us through a narrow corridor, mist swirling just behind us. There's a door, big, metallic, like something off a submarine. He spins the wheel on the front and yanks it open. "Inside, quickly!" Eliza dives through first. I follow, slamming the door behind me just as the fog begins to roll in. Boom. The door shuts with a deep, metallic thud. We collapse. The room is small, bare bones. There's a flickering lamp hanging from the ceiling, casting orange light on rusted lockers, an old cot, and a bench. It smells like metal and time. The man sits on the bed, hands in his face. Eliza and I slump down onto the bench across from him, breathing hard. We say nothing for a long time. Then finally, I break the silence. "Thank you. Seriously, thank you." The man looks up slowly. He swings his legs around and leans forward, elbows on knees. "Don't thank me. They're getting angrier every day, and I don't blame them." Eliza's voice is quiet. "How do we get out of here?" The man glances toward a section of the wall behind him. "The stairs to the surface, they're just past that wall. I'll take you there once it's safe."
The lamp flickers again. I shift nervously. "What is this place?" I ask him. "Why are you down here?" He checks a small wristwatch, taps it, then nods. "I have a story, if you'll let me tell it. It won't take long. The mists will part before I finish." Eliza and I exchange glances. She doesn't say anything, but we both know we don't exactly have other options. We nod. He begins. "Many years ago," he says, voice low and steady, "I was just a kid, lonely, quiet. My father would drop me off at the play area above every day, left me here for hours." He pauses, breathes. You'd think a play area would be fun, a dream for a child, but not for me. There weren't many adults around, not enough supervision, and the kids, well, they weren't kind. He fidgets, wrings his hands. They found out I was an easy target. They used to corner me in parts of the play zone the adults couldn't see, hurt me, draw on me, sometimes cut me. My mouth goes dry. I glance at Eliza. She's frozen, staring. "They tried to pull out one of my teeth once, said they were playing dentist. I still remember the blood, the pain, the laughter." I glance at the door, the wheel lock. It'd take time to spin open, too long if we had to bolt.
But then she showed up. Heather. My protector, my soulmate. She stood up for me, told them to stop, told them where to go. A thin smile flickers across his face, then fades. She saved me. I loved her for that. I owed her. I followed her everywhere after that, tried to show her how grateful I was. The smile fades completely now. She started to pull away. She didn't say anything cruel, not at first, but the way she looked at me, like I was a burden, that hurt more than all the rest. He stands slowly. We realize just how tall he is. Eliza presses back against the wall, silent. She stopped coming altogether. One day, she was just gone. And so was I. I disappeared too. Promised myself I'd find her again. His eyes drift toward Eliza. And today, I think I finally have. Eliza's breath catches. "No," she says, shaking her head. "I'm sorry. I'm not her. My name's Eliza. You've got the wrong—" "I remember your face." He cuts in. I stand between them, heart racing. "Let's just stay cool," I say. I try to steer the conversation away. "The girls, the ones in the mist, you called them fakes. What are they?" He doesn't even blink. "Imposters, ghosts, all pretending to be her, pretending to be Heather." Eliza speaks, barely audible. "How did they die?" The man's expression shifts, his voice lowers, dangerous. "I gave them what they deserved." I move instantly. "Eliza, the door!" But he's faster than I expect. His arm lifts and he brings something down, a brick. I only catch a glimpse of it before it cracks against my head. The world explodes in white-hot pain. I drop. Everything goes muffled, like I've been dunked underwater. My head rings, loud and sharp. I hear Eliza's voice somewhere far away, yelling my name. I can't move, can't think. My hands instinctively covered my head, and now one of them feels wrong, broken maybe. But I can't focus on that now. I see them. Two figures blurred in the flickering orange light. Eliza struggling, him dragging her backwards, deeper into the shadows. "No!" I groan. "No, no, no!" My vision swims. I force myself to move. Every motion feels like I'm fighting gravity twice over, but I crawl, hand, elbow, knee, toward the open door. She's screaming now. "Xavier!" I push forward, inch by inch, into the main hall. I pass through the door frame just as a cold gust of air blows across my face. And then something changes. The mist is back. Only now, it glows. It shines faintly with an ethereal silver light, brighter than before. And in that glow, I see them again. The girls. All of them. Ghostly, mournful, angry. But this time, their eyes are fixed not on us. They're locked on him. He's in the center of the mist now, still clutching Eliza's wrist, still shouting. "She's mine!" he cries. "You won't take her from me again! I found her!" His voice cracks. He's wild-eyed, panicked. Eliza's face is twisted in fear, her mouth open, gasping for air. One of the ghostly girls floats forward, opens her mouth, and screams. The sound cuts like ice. It echoes through the darkness like a blade against glass. Then another girl joins, then another, a chorus of rage and grief and pain. He drops Eliza, stumbling back. His hands fly to his ears. "No! No! You're wrong! She's real! She's real!" But they don't stop. More join, their forms spinning, drifting through the air, surrounding him. He shrieks now, not in defiance, but in terror. He stumbles back, swatting at nothing, at them. He turns and runs, back into the shadows, back into the place he came from. The ghosts follow, wailing. And just like that, he's gone. Eliza drops to the ground, coughing, shaking. I crawl to her and grab her, pulling her into my arms. My head is spinning, my hand burns, but I hold her tight. "It's okay," I whisper, not even sure if I believe it. She doesn't answer, just holds me back. We sit there for a moment, surrounded by fading mist, silent shadows, and the thick, slow return of stillness. Eventually, she nods. We get up together, supporting each other, and move. We pass the man's room. It's empty now, a space where fear once lived, but the path behind it, just like he said, the stairs. We see them. We're almost out. We limp toward them slowly, and that's when we see her, a little girl, sitting at the base of the steps, legs crossed. She's not misty like the others. She's solid, more real somehow, drawing something on a sheet of paper with a few scattered crayons.